Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I want to quickly say thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for all the comments and the likes and the shares. I really appreciate it. I know you guys have a little bit of a glare with my glasses, bear with me. I'm going to start today's video. We're doing the full Divine Partnership video today because I've been doing some quick hits, some shorter videos, just to kind of check the temperature on the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, the Union energies. So I'll link those in the description box below, so you can check that out if you haven't seen it. Very interesting messages, very interesting cards that we've been getting, very interesting channelings, especially with regards to where we're headed into March. There's a lot of integration happening, a lot of transitions happening, a lot of shifting energy. So I'm really excited to see where we go today. But before we start, I want to tell a little bit of story. If you guys don't know the story about me and my Divine Masculine, go ahead and check out the Ascensions Confessions videos, and it's one of the playlists. You can go ahead and learn about, where I'm with my Divine Masculine, how we met and all that. We've known each other since elementary school. I fully believe he's my Divine Masculine. He may not believe that. I don't care. I fully believe that. And if it turns out that that's not the case, then we have been, we've gotten very close. There's a lot of love between us, and we've changed each other's lives. And I'm going to forever be grateful for this journey and for him. I love him. I'm in love with him. There's love there between us. Twin flame is just a label. Soulmate is just a label. It's that bond and that connection that you feel with another person. And, I feel that depth of connection with him. We connect on all levels, spiritual and mental and emotional and even the physical. And that is the depth of this love that we are starting to understand through this connection, through this divine partnership. So when I say that he's my divine counterpart, I truly believe that he is my divine partner. What that means for our future, I'm not entirely sure, but that's okay. So we have known each other since elementary school. However, we lost touch. There was a block between us. For me, especially, I did not see him, and that was one of my biggest regrets. And later on today, I think I'm going to be doing an Ascensions Confessions videos, because that was one of my biggest things that I needed to heal, my regret around this loss of time and how I needed to heal time itself, how I needed to forgive myself. So I'm going to do an Ascensions Confessions video, so be on the lookout for that, around that, how to heal that regret around that loss of time. But we didn't see each other through high school, didn't connect until around 2012, when we connected on social media. Kind of became like casual acquaintances, started becoming closer and closer, then we met for coffee, etc., etc., etc. It wasn't until November of 2017, last year, not this past year, but last year, when we met for coffee and things kind of ignited, and I think it was for both of us. Then it became like the push and pull, we're just friends, then we felt like we were more and all that good stuff. I'm not going to get into that. The story that I want to tell is one of my best friends and I, we love musicals, like Broadway musicals, everything musicals. So the high schools in our area actually has some amazing performances. They have some top-notch performances, and she and I were both like theater kids. Worked in the background. I worked on sound crew, and if you needed a doorbell to ring, I was your sound effects person. So we did the background in high school. We were the theater kids in high school. So we love going to these musicals. We do it every year. We go through the list of all the performances of all the high schools in the area, and we pick the ones that we want to see, and then we go. And last spring, they had one of the high schools, my old high school actually, my alma mater. They were doing Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. And I used to love the movie. I used to watch that movie, the original, the 1960s version, all the time. I loved it. So my friend and I, we go and we sit down, and the musical starts, and it's a couple months after I've met my divine counterpart, my person. We're going through some stuff together, and I'm feeling the love for him. And the music starts, and I just we get to the song Impossible, impossible. Like everything's possible is what the song is about. I'm going to put links to these songs in the description box below so you can listen to it, because it's pretty amazing. I just started to get choked up. And it continued throughout the rest of the show. By the time we got to one of the more romantic scenes, I was like full on like crying. And I'm pretty sure if my friend noticed, she's like, "What the fuck? What is wrong with you? This is Cinderella." But I don't know what it was. It was touching something inside of my heart. And I tell that story because out of the blue, I haven't thought about that all year. I haven't thought about this play in I don't know how long. Out of the blue yesterday, I'm cooking dinner and I hear the first few notes of the song 10 minutes ago. And I start humming it. And I'm saying to myself, what is going on? 10 minutes ago, I saw you. I looked up as you came through the door. I'll put it all in I'm not going to sing it all. Dear God, you're welcome. But I'll put it all in the description box so you guys can see it yourself. But it was that first falling in love feeling. That was the first time they saw each other. That was the falling in love dance that they did, the waltz. That was playing in my mind. And immediately I thought of my divine masculine. And immediately I thought, that's the love that's between us. And I thought maybe that came from him. And it reminded me of how I felt watching that play last year. And it was just, it made me remember how I felt listening to the song Impossible and how everything is possible if you just believe. Everything is possible if you just have faith. Everything. Everything. Even this journey. Even this life. And so I just wanted to start out. I don't know why. I just felt called to start out with that message. I don't know. Maybe it'll reach somebody and maybe it's meant for you guys as much as it was for me. So I just wanted to start with that message that everything is possible. And, this love is real. And no matter what you're seeing on the 3D, trust what's inside your heart. Trust what you feel within yourself. No matter if they're blocking you, if they're not responding to you, if they're putting up a hand to you, if they're saying you're just friends, respect them. Respect their boundaries. Respect what they need. Respect their space. Accept that because they're doing healing as well. But have faith that maybe someday you'll come back around to each other. And maybe someday, that love will be reciprocated in the physical. But in the meantime, just feel the extraordinary love and that extraordinary connection between you two, because that is what's real. That love, everything else is just illusion, but that love that you feel for them, that unconditional love, and that is what unconditional love is. It is not needing them to love you back, for you to love them as fully and as purely and as much as you do. So trust in that and have faith in that, and just keep loving them. Just keep loving them. As much as you love yourself, that's what I'm being called to say as well. I'm looking at my tarot decks and my oracle cards. I'm trying to see which one we're going to use today for the overall energies. As I'm doing that, I have a couple of announcements. Thank you everybody who has ordered personal readings from me. The energies are incredible, and I really appreciate you guys who are writing me back and validating what I'm reading for you, what I'm able to channel for you. I really appreciate that. Really beautiful energies that I'm getting through for you guys. I did have to push back some of my readings, so I really appreciate your patience. I'm hoping to get all caught up by the weekend. If you are looking for a personal reading from me, make sure you get your bookings in very, very soon, because the prices are going to go up March 1st. So I have those February sales prices. They are going to go back up to my regular prices. My regular prices for comparative purposes are on my website. The sales prices are in the description box below. So those prices are going to go up March 1st. So make sure you get your bookings in now. I have a 2 to 3 day turnaround time. I have to push that back a little bit, but it's basically between 2 and 3 days. If you email me, I'll get you everything that you need. I'll get you all hooked up and let you know where I stand with getting all caught up with that. What else? I think that's it. So we're going to do the full Divine Partnership reading today. And then I don't think we're going to have a pick-a pile this week, you guys. Sorry, I'm just so busy. I have my new book coming out, which I'm actually going to talk about on this channel because it's kind of twin and flamey. It's kind of like Divine Counterpartish. I had actually channeled that book. I really believe it. I channel a lot of my writing. It's just how I've always written it. It always comes from a place of emotion, from a place within my heart, my writing. But that book is something special, and I didn't realize it because I hadn't met my divine counterpart yet. But it's his energy in it, and it's pretty incredible, and it's pretty beautiful. I love this book. So I'm going to talk about it just once on this channel. When it comes out, it'll be out in a couple of weeks. So I will mention it once I have that in my hands. But I'm working very hard on that, working very hard on the readings, working very hard on my other business, my nonprofit. So things are very hectic right now. So I haven't, like I said, I'm pulling back on the free readings for this channel for the month of February and March. But I'll be picking back up once the book comes out in mid-March. So we'll have more pick-a-piles and stuff like that. And I really, if I can get to it, I'll try to do a pick-a-pile this weekend. But, you know, don't count on that. I'd rather do the divine partnership readings for you than the pick-a-piles. But we'll definitely have something for you. We'll have a divine partnership reading, and we'll try to have a pick-a-pile for you guys next week. Okay. And then I'll do these quick hits as I feel pulled to Spirit, because Spirit has been sitting me down and saying, just shuffle. So I've been doing these quick videos just as updates. Okay. I'm going to get the deck out for the overall energies. We're going to take a look at the divine masculine, divine feminine, and union energies as the overall energies. Then we're going to get into the specifics, the dynamics for the partnership. What's the masculine feeling? What's the feminine feeling? Where are they healing? How do they view this connection? How do they view each other? And all that good stuff. And then final messages from each other, from Spirit. So stick around. Check out the overall energies. We're splitting the video into 2 parts again because I think it's easily digestible for you guys. You guys seem to like that. If the overall energies are not resonating with you, then you don't have to go into the full reading. If it is resonating with you, I like that because there's a lot of messages for the ascension journey and your specific, like your own personal journey, your awakening journey, your ascension journey yourself outside of the divine partnership. There's a lot of messages there for what's happening with ascension. So I like doing the overall energies and then splitting it up. But if it is resonating with you, if the overall energies are resonating with you, then go ahead and take a listen to the full divine partnership reading. I'll link that in the description box so you can go ahead. You don't have to, listen to the full video again. You know the drill. If you've been here, you know the drill. And if you're new here, you'll catch on. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment and let me know, and I'll explain everything. Okay, all right. So they're calling me to the decks. They keep having me look at the deck. So I'm going to get into it. We're going to turn the camera around so you guys can see my desk. And thanks for being here. So much love and so much light to you guys. Let's get to it. Okay, everyone, welcome back to the full divine partnership video. This is going to be the overall energies. And they were calling me to this deck, this Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. So we're going to see what's going on here and then possibly get some clarifiers. I already did my invocation, called in my spirit guides, ascended masters, and archangels. So let's see what's going on with the divine masculine, divine feminine. It's 10-10. As we're shuffling here, let's see what's going on with the divine masculine, divine feminine, and the union energies here. A lot of integration stuff happening, a lot of integration energies. I actually go into all of that in the past few videos, so just take a scroll back through our past few videos. The videos are timeless, so watch them as they move you to, as your intuition guides you to them. That just means that there will be some messages there for you. Just a reminder, I'm an intuitive reader. I don't read traditional tarot. Traditionally, I should say. I don't read it traditionally. But if you do and you're picking up on something, take it for yourself because you have to trust your intuition. One of the most important parts of this journey is trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. And that was one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned on this journey, is to trust my own intuition and to follow my heart, to let the heart guide. And so that's what we do with this with these readings, is we let our heart guide us. We trust our intuition. We intuit based on the symbols and the images and the messages that we hear directly from Spirit, messages that we channel. So take the messages as they resonate with you, and if it doesn't, disregard it. Don't make it fit. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you, and that's okay. It just means it's not meant for you at this time, at this current moment. But time is an illusion. Energy flows, so it's shifting all the time. So if you feel like coming back to this video at another time, feel free to listen to your heart and trust your intuition to do that as well. Okay, Spirit, Let's take a look and see what is going on with the divine masculine energies, the divine feminine energies, and the union energies for this divine partnership. Let's get one more for the divine feminine, please. One more for the divine feminine. Thank you. You guys, I don't know why I'm always so astonished. Oh, shit. Hold on. I don't know why I'm always so astonished when they pull me to specific decks. Like, that's part of their guidance. I don't know why I'm so astonished when amazing cards come out. I mean, cards are just a divination tool, I get that, but it's very confirming, it's very validating. It's really beautiful. Okay. What? Union energy. Oop, oop. We got a jumper. And let's get one more for union energies, please. We're gonna, thank you. They are, Spirit is on it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't. Okay, we're gonna get right into it because I can't. I'm getting spirit chills. This is amazing. Okay, we're gonna start with the divine masculine. Actually, they're calling me to the divine feminine first. They're saying do the divine feminine first. So we're going to start here. We have protection. And we have Lemuria. The first thing I want to say about this, this is probably why they wanted me to do the divine feminine first. The divine masculine got keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And we have protection for the divine feminine. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Both, the energy that I'm getting here is both about protection, both understanding that this relationship, this connection is divinely orchestrated, divinely guided. That, what's the word that they're giving me? This connection is, it's divine, divinely orchestrated. It's just the words that I was hearing. I had the feeling there was something else. There was another way of phrasing that, but that's what they were giving me. This connection is divinely guided, divinely orchestrated. It is divine. It is a spiritual connection. It is a meant to be connection. And as such, it is protected. It is protected. There's a very fierce feeling here, and they're pointing me here to the masculines card, to the two, it looks like jaguars, or lions, or tigers, but they look like jaguars to me. They're pointing me there. This is your protection. You are protected not just by the spirit realm, but by higher ascended beings, ascended masters, archangels, the divine itself, spirit guides, loved ones. They're helping you through this. They're walking you through the darkness is what they're saying. So let's get back to the divine feminine here. Divine feminines. What the energy that I'm getting was, there was a point here in the past, and we've actually channeled this in the previous readings, where, and this is ancestral is what they're saying. This is lifetimes. This is going back lifetimes. Especially as feminines, you gave away your power. The divine feminine was suppressed. The divine feminine was oppressed. And we see that in female inequality. We see that in female suppression, going back centuries is what they're telling me. However, it's time for the divine feminine to rise. It's time for this pendulum to swing is what they're saying. It is time for balance to come. You, by going through this journey, they're saying, you are calling back your power as a divine being, and not just as a divine being, but as a divine feminine. And the way this world works, they're pointing me to this Lemuria card. Lemuria, if you're not aware of, it was another, you might be aware of Atlantis. Atlantis was, it was kind of like an oasis before it fell. It was a heaven on earth. It was an oasis. And Lemuria was like its sister continent. This is what we're doing. This is what we're called to do. This is what this new earth is. This is what the twin flame journey, this ascension journey, I should say, the twin flame path to this journey is all about coming into partnership together to show the world there's a new kind of love, to show the world what unconditional love means, expanding that love and coming together in mission work to create this new paradigm, to create this new earth. That's the twin flame path. But the ascension path, you can go on that path solo as well. It's just different, you're all on this ascension journey. It's just different paths to get there. For example, there's a shamanic path, there's a twin flame path. It's you orchestrated this before you were incarnated here. What would be best for your own evolution? What would be best for your growth? What would be best for your soul? What would be best for Earth itself? So this heaven on earth, it's the mission. It's the purpose, coming into balance, creating more balance. They keep pointing me to Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, and everything in balance with Mother Earth. But we have, in the past couple of centuries, created such an imbalance. Actually, they're saying since the beginning of time, there has been kind of an imbalance, and we're course correcting. We're coming in and correcting this. That's the journey of our souls here. Is work not only for our own evolution, for our own experience, for our own soul's growth, but for the growth and evolution of the planet. To understand that there's a new earth, that there's a new paradigm, to bring divine love down, to experience divine love. So what's happening is we're coming more into balance. And the way to come more into balance is we live in a very patriarchal society. For centuries and centuries and centuries, the pendulum has been fixed at one specific point. And now what we've been seeing over the course of the past 100 years, they're saying, is the pendulum kind of swinging back. And what happens when a pendulum swings is, so it's been fixed in this one point. I don't know if you guys can see my hands. It's been fixed in this one point, and now it's kind of swinging back. It's being released from that fixed point. And so what we've been seeing is it's swinging. It's swinging. So it's kind of swinging in the opposite direction to bring more balance to the feminines. But what's going to happen is it's going to even out. Eventually, that pendulum is going to slow down, and it's going to even out in the middle. It's going to create balance, pure balance between the masculine and the feminine. Not just the masculine and the feminine energies, but the masculine and the feminine dynamic within this world. Because within this world, there are things that are masculine and feminine. All energy has masculine and feminine energies, they're saying. All living consciousness, and all living consciousness, whether it be the trees, whether it be blades of grass, whether it be the ocean, there are energies within those that are masculine and feminine, but those are balanced. So that's what we're doing within ourselves, is we're balancing the masculine and feminine energies within ourselves. And as we balance the masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, we are connected, aligned without ourselves with our divine partner, who holds that predominant energy, and that's the coming together, that's the balance. Okay, so I've never channeled this before. This is very, very interesting. So I apologize if it's not entirely clear. I've never channeled this before. I've never had to interpret this. So they're saying we're going to be talking about this over time. But the message that they want me to say right now, they want me to reiterate, is the masculine and the feminine energies on this twin flame journey, because it's very important. And I'm having throat activations as we say this. So, the twin flame partnership, we're calling it the twin flame partnership. You can call it soulmates, you can call it divine partners, whatever it is that you want to call it. We're just going to call it twin flames, just for the sake of calling it twin flames, just so that you can understand this dynamic. The twin flames being one soul split into two bodies. Plato actually talked about that, oh my gosh, ages ago in his work, The Symposium, in ancient Greece. It was split into the masculine and the feminine energies so that we could experience it separately, so that we could experience duality consciousness. To understand that duality consciousness actually does not exist, but we needed to experience that so that we can understand, fully understand, and experience unity consciousness. and unity consciousness being a merging of all energies with the divine, a merging of consciousness. Now, this does not mean that you are not individual souls. You're not, or that you're not, the same soul. Like, okay, let me start over. It does not, it means like you're still individual souls. You're still, who you are. You still come to this earth as, the identity that you choose, so that you can experience what you need to experience, so that you can close out karmic cycles, so that you can learn what you need to learn for your own soul's growth. Unity consciousness does not mean that, everybody is the same. We're all the same underneath. We all come from the same divine source. That is the point of unity consciousness, understanding that we all come from the same divine source, the same pure love energy. But we're not robots. Like, we still have our own personalities. We still have our own identities. That is, the beauty of being souls. That is the beauty of the universe, is that we were granted this individuality, but underneath it, at the same time, understanding that we're all collective. So when I tap into this collective consciousness, understanding that energy moves through us in the same way, the same source energy moves through us. So when I'm doing these readings and I'm tapping into energies, I'm tapping into the collective conscious. So if it's resonating for you, it could resonate for you, could resonate for 5 people, could resonate for 100 people. That just means that that's a unity consciousness, that's a collective consciousness, and that's the energy that moves through the collective. That's the source energy that moves through the collective. But you also have your individual story. You also have your individual blueprint. You also have your individuality as a soul, because you came here to this earth. You incarnated here as a soul so that you can expand and grow and learn individually. Close out karmic cycles, etc., etc., etc. Twin flames are one soul split into 2 bodies. So even you two have your own life path that you've been on before you come together. You've experienced different things, but if you look, you'll understand that you've been going in tandem with each other. So what one twin may have experienced in the physical, it might look differently in the physical. The other twin has experienced as well, just in a different way. It's the same kind of lessons that you've been learning. It's the same, you have experienced the same values. You experience, the same lessons, just in different ways. And that's because you're very much underneath it all. You're very much the same. What happens, they're saying, is that, I don't know why I'm talking about all of this. This is very strange for me. So what happens is you both hold predominant energies. There's the masculine energy and there's the feminine energy. And gender, it does not matter. It could be female, female, male, 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 female. It does not matter. Gender does not matter. It's just energy. But one of you holds the masculine energy, the predominant masculine energy, and one of you holds the predominant female energy. And what happens as you come into this lifetime together, if this is where you are to come together, meant to come together in this lifetime, balancing the energies within you, because you hold both energies. You hold both the masculine and the feminine within you too. You just hold a predominant energy as well. But as you come into balance within you, then you come into balance and alignment with your divine counterpart without you. That's the physical meeting. That's the physical union. So that it's on the inside, it's the masculine and the feminine energies merging. And then on the outside, it's the physical union of the feminine and the masculine. They're saying, don't worry, we're going to get into that more. They're saying, just keep going. I'm not sure why they wanted me to go into all of that. But we're going to get into that more, I have a feeling, in future videos. Getting back to these cards, what they're saying is there has been a real imbalance in the divine feminine, both parties. But talking about the divine feminine, especially with the divine feminine, especially with how the pendulum has been fixed on the patriarchy, and now it's being released, that pendulum is being released, and we're coming back into balance. The divine feminine in recent times has really come into balance with herself. And we say herself just to differentiate between feminine and masculine. Again, it's not gender specific. It's not physically gender specific. The divine feminine has really come into balance within herself. And she's calling back her power. And as she calls back her power, she's understanding that that is part of creating this heaven on earth. Because what happens is, as she calls back her power, part of that power is manifesting. manifestations. Part of that power is connecting to the higher realms, opening up the crown chakra, opening up the brow chakra. So again, what they want me to reiterate is you hold both energies within yourself. This is the craziest reading I've ever done, and that's saying a lot. So as you hold both energies within yourself, you have the feminine energy, which is really connected to the higher realms, and the masculine energy, to the higher chakras and the higher realms, the throat chakra, the brow chakra, and the crown chakra. The masculine energy is really grounded in the lower chakras, which is the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. And as you come into balance within yourself, as you merge, you meet at the bridge, that fourth chakra, the heart chakra. You meet at the bridge, and that is where all of your manifestations come into your physical world. That's what they mean by as within, so without. It comes through the heart. It comes through the heart chakra. So you have to open up the heart chakra and align that heart chakra. All of the chakras have to be in balance. All of the chakras have to be aligned in alignment. But that's where it is. That's where, and since you hold both masculine and feminine energies within you, the masculine energy within you rises. The feminine energy within you kind of goes down because you're bringing that template of love, that connection to the divine, that intuition down, and you meet at the bridge of the heart chakra. You meet on the bridge. And actually that is what I heard in the middle of the night last night. I'll meet you on the bridge. I think it was my divine masculine. They said, I'll meet you on the bridge. And it was so beautiful. But that's what I'm getting. I'll meet you on the bridge of the heart. And I've been channeling that for a very long time. The bridge being the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, and that's where the manifestations take place. So the divine masculine energy is really the grounding energy. So on the outside, the masculine twin is really the one who grounds that physical energy, grounds this relationship into the outside world, while the feminine really brings that template down for the manifestation to take place. If the masculine actually grounds that into the physical reality, but you hold both energies within you. It's the merging. It's just the merging. So you have both energies within you, but it's just the merging of those energies. I don't quite know how to explain it any more than I am. I feel like I'm not explaining it enough, but it's the merging of the energies. And as you merge the energies within you, it is your divine masculine energy within you. It is there's a physical representation in another body, but it is his or her, that masculine energy is within you. That is your masculine energy. If you're the divine feminine, and if you're the divine masculine, that feminine energy within you is your divine feminine, is what they're saying to me. Never channeled that before either, so that's really fascinating. I knew it, I had that feeling, but I've never channeled it directly like that, so that's really fascinating to me. But you're in that physical representation in those bodies, those physical bodies on the outside, but it's still the masculine, it's still the feminine, and it's the merging of those energies. So when we talk about the feminine and masculine energies within you coming into balance, it's really your masculine and you, feminines, or I would switch it around, however it's resonating with you. It's really those two energies coming within you, and that's what they mean, that you're never without your divine masculine, because you hold that energy within you. You hold that other part of yourself within you. So that's what they mean, that you're never separate. So even if you're experiencing separation on the physical, you're not separate. You're never separate from each other because you have that masculine energy, which is your divine counterpart within you. Amazing. So as you balance that out within yourself, both your divine masculine and divine feminine energies merging within you, that manifests. You meet on the bridge, and that manifests in your outside world with the physical representations of who you are, the divine masculine, your counterpart, and you, divine feminines, coming together into this union, into this physical union. But that merging within, that is that higher level union. Okay. That is what is going to help to create this heaven on earth. Because what you're doing as you come into union, as you balance yourselves inside, and then you meet at the bridge and the physical manifestations, you align on the outside and come into harmony and balance on the outside in this physical relationship, in this physical union, however that looks for you guys. It's just this higher level of love. It's this higher template of love that you are bringing down from the higher realms and anchoring into the 3D physical plane, the masculine energy anchoring that into the 3D physical plane, because it's, the feminine brings that template down, the masculine energy anchors that in. And so as you do that within yourselves, you manifest it into your physical reality. And that is heaven on earth. It's understanding divine love. It's understanding pure love. It's understanding truly unconditional love. And when we say divine love, we mean God's love. Looking at each other and looking at the world through Source's eyes, through forgiveness, through abundance, through bliss, through happiness, through love, pure love. And that is what raises, that love is what raises the vibrations of the planet, and that is what shifts the consciousness, and that is what creates this new paradigm, and that is what creates this new earth. So when they say it's happening, that is what's happening. As you're coming together, you are creating this heaven and on earth through love. Through love. Love being the only thing that's real, everything else being an illusion. Everything happens through love. And this is the greatest, it's that Whitney Houston song, this is the greatest love of all. This is the most powerful love of all. This is divine love, looking through the eyes of Source, feeling through the eyes of Source, loving like God loves. And they want me to do this again. The merging of the energies, union energies. I used to say we were the Trinity, and I used to be channeling it because they showed it to me like a triangle. So it was, so I'll do a physical representation of it. So it was, the way they had showed it to me was, it's God above, and then the masculine and the feminine energies all connected. So like all the points touching, all connecting. But what they recently told me was, they corrected me. They said, it's not exactly like that. You needed to understand that in order to understand this. It's not exactly like that, because here you're still separate. You're still masculine, you're still feminine, and you're still the divine. What it's really like is this. It's a circle, is what they say. No beginning and no end, a complete merging of all three energies. This is the true Trinity, the complete merging of all energies, the masculine energy, the feminine energy, and the divine, the Source. That is a true Trinity as a circle. No beginning, no ending for any of the energies, blended, merged completely together. Where was this? Okay. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And as you come together, as you merge those energies, through that love, bringing that template of the divine love down and experiencing that in your physical reality, you're changing the world, because you're raising the vibrations of everybody around you, because you can feel that change within yourself too. You can feel that love within yourself, and how your own vibrations have risen on this ascension journey. You can feel that within yourself. That is the hallmark of this journey, that balancing within yourself, the transformations within yourself. And as you transform and change within yourself, that's when you come into alignment in the physical with your divine counterpart. And then as you come into that alignment with your divine counterpart, you just expand the love. It's the Two of Cups energy. Actually, it's the Three of Cups energy. I don't have that with me. Actually, let me see if I can get it from this. I don't have the deck that I'm thinking of with me, but let me see if I have it in this deck, if there's a similar symbol, because I want to show you guys. There's a lot of messages here, and I really want to show. Here we go. Yep. It's this Three of Cups energy. This Trinity here. And so as you fill up your cups, and as you come into balance and harmony and transform yourself into a being of love and light, that's getting rid of all the soul sludge, getting rid of all the gunk that has held you back, that you've buried down over not just this lifetime, but centuries, getting rid of all the past lives, getting rid of all the past, getting rid of all the karma, closing out those cycles, leaving behind anything that doesn't serve your best and highest good, anything that you don't want to carry into the future. That could be toxic relationships, that could be friendships or family relationships that no longer vibe with you. You don't have to cut out those people specifically, but it's the energy. You get rid of the energy. You close out that karmic cycle, and that energy fades. Any behaviors, any addictions, any patterns that just don't serve your best, highest, most authentic self, because your authentic self, who you truly are on a cellular level, on a soul level, is love and pure divine light. And that is what we are rising to. That is the ascension journey. So as we ascend, they're showing me, as we ascend, that soul sludge, it just fades away. That soul sludge rises too, but then you eradicate it, and all that's left, all that rises to the surface is love and light, and that is who you are. So as you singularly you, come into harmony and balance and understand as you transform and understand that this is who you are, and step more and more into the soul of yourself in this everyday life and fill up your cup, then your divine counterpart does that as well. They're transforming as well. Never understand that your divine counterpart is doing the healing work themselves. They are transforming as well so that they can come into alignment, because this was orchestrated. This is this divine partnership. It is meant to be. It is meant to be. That's why they were so emphatic with that message in the beginning. This is not just, any old relationship. This is a divine relationship. This is a divine partnership, not just divinely guided, but divinely orchestrated by both your souls and God, God, the angels themselves. So as they fill up their cup, to match your cup, you both come together in this love overflowing cup into this, this is the love that just expands into the world. So with the divine's love, you pour into each other's cup, this creating this circle, and you see all this water here, like this is the world, this is the earth, this is how you raise the vibrations, because that love just expands and it has nowhere to go but outward to affect the rest of the world. People you meet, places you go, things you see, what you experience. It's almost like you leave a trail. They're showing me like you leave a rainbow trail of love. Like that's what they're showing me. Everywhere you go, that's how your vibration affects the world. That's how your love affects the world. It just expands and expands and expands. Okay. So with this protection card, again, what they want me to say is that your divine feminines have been calling back their power, stepping into this Empress energy, and as they do that, they're affecting the world. They're not only affecting their union, but they're affecting the world because they're raising their vibrations, because they're calling back their power, because they're helping the pendulum swing, and not just swing back into the female, into the feminine energy, but to come into balance with both the masculine and the feminine. Okay. They feel satisfied with that. Thank God. A lot of messages. I hope it was clear. Again, I'm going to say it when I channel. I'm channeling. I'm trying to decipher as best as I can the message that they're getting to me. I open my mouth and I just start speaking, so I'm not really sure what comes out until, I know I'm speaking, but I'm not entirely sure how it comes out or what comes out until I watch the videos back. So I hope it was clear. Spirit was definitely moving through me as I was channeling that. I hope it was clear. We'll see. They're saying not to worry if it's not understood now, because life is a spiral. We'll keep coming back to this. We'll keep coming back to this, just like we keep coming back to other messages that we've talked about with new understanding, with fresh understanding. They're saying not to worry. This was the beginning. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Divine masculines. Okay, it's interesting that they had me talk about the pendulum shifting. They had me talk about the feminines first, and it's interesting, again, because the message that I'm getting is, divine masculines, don't worry about the pendulum shifting. This can feel, for the divine masculines, like a very uneasy time. Okay, what they're saying is it feels like an uneasy time because we haven't had a shift like this. We haven't had a shift like this in centuries, they're saying. Because it was that the masculine energy was in that fixed position with the pendulum. It's a patriarchy. The masculines haven't, because of that patriarchal hold, because of that patriarchal control, and that's not the control and that's not the power that the divine wants you to have. The divine, that's the corrupted power, that's the skewed power, is what they're saying. The only power that exists, the only true power, that's illusion, the only true power that exists is the power of love. So what they're saying is, because the masculine energy had been so fixed in this place of control and power because of the patriarchal hold, the feminine energy within the masculine themselves had been suppressed too. So we saw that. It's interesting. They're saying we saw, okay, I'm splitting these videos, so this is going to be a very special overall energy. So I'm going to split this video. I'm going to split this video. This is really fascinating to me. The feminine energy. We saw that in the females. I'm talking specifically about female feminine, divine feminines. We saw the suppression over centuries. The actual physical suppression in the physical 3D world, we saw that. However, what they're saying is the feminine energy within the male body, the physical representation of the divine masculine in the male body, we're speaking specifically the male body, the feminine energy within the male body had been suppressed. And that manifested in the physical for the female body. Is that me? I want to clarify that. I want to make sure that's abundantly clear. Okay, I'm going to say that again, just so it's clear. We talked a lot about the feminine energies and the masculine energies, how we hold both within us, and how outside of us there's the physical representation of the masculine energy and the physical representation of the female energy. In the physical world, the female has been suppressed. We see that, in all cultures. In all cultures, female inequality when it comes to females. That was a physical representation of suppression. The masculine, the male, because of that patriarchal hold, because of that control, because of that false sense of power, the male, also holding the feminine energy within them, had their feminine energy suppressed. Now remember, the male, we're talking about males here. Gender, it can get kind of confusing when we're talking about gender and same sex and stuff like that. But we're talking specifically about the males because that's the physical representation of the male and female. Males in society, you hold both energies within you, but it's like the masculine energy was so dominant and the female energy was so suppressed. So your intuition was suppressed. Your emotions were suppressed. Connecting to your emotions, connecting to your ability to communicate was suppressed. Not being allowed to cry, not being allowed to feel. They're giving me the words "man up." You possibly, if you are a male masculine energy, you possibly heard those phrases a lot. Male up, man up. Just be a man. Some variation of that. That's suppressing the feminine energy within you. And what's happening on this ascension journey is you're balancing those two energies. You're balancing the feminine energies and the masculine energies within you. And we're seeing that the pendulum is swinging towards the feminine now because more and more are balancing the masculine and feminine energies within them. And as they do that, we're seeing the physical representation happen in the physical world. So divine masculines, what you're experiencing here is that shift. And that can be very difficult because you have lived in this highly masculine dominated world. If you're a male or a female, you've lived in this highly dominated masculine energy, which is this fixed energy, which a lot of resistance, a lot of control, a lot of false power, false disillusionment of power is what they're saying. And so as you're shifting more into your emotions, as you're having this awakening, as you're on this ascension journey, as you're feeling more and more love flood through you, you're having your heart open. And it's like emotions are flooding into you and you're not sure what to do because that feminine part of you, which is anchored in the emotions, which is anchored in the intuition, anchored into connecting to the higher realms, to your intuition, it's coming to the surface and it's feeling very uncomfortable. But this is what you're doing. That energy that was suppressed, it was suppressed. This is who you truly are. You are the balance of both energies. And what you're actually doing is you're unblocking that energy. You are setting yourselves free by feeling your emotions, by expanding your heart, by allowing the love to come in and allowing yourself to feel that love. You are unbinding yourself. It's like you were chained and you are finally releasing those chains and allowing yourself to feel free. If you recognize it, this love that you are feeling for and from your divine masculine is the most freeing love you have ever experienced. But you've not experienced that before. You've not experienced this relationship before. And so it can be quite frightening. because they're telling me, because you have been locked in this paradigm of manipulation, of control, of disillusionment, you have hidden behind masks, you have hidden behind illusions. All of that is fading away as you come more into harmony with the feminine aspects of yourself, as you come more into harmony with your divine feminine, as you awaken, as you ascend. You are breaking through those chains. You are allowing yourself to feel the love, because that love is who you are. That love is who you are. And they're pointing me to releasing soul patterns here. The soul patterns are that manipulation, are that control that you may have experienced within yourself, trying to control others through power, through manipulation, through deceit, through lying, through old habits, through old patterns. Or it could have been what you've experienced with other partners, with other family members, with other co-workers, what other relationships you've experienced outside of yourself, those karmic relationships, those even soulmate relationships. Now understand that karmic relationship is not a bad thing. They are there to teach you. They are there to help you evolve. So that's not a bad thing. But you're releasing that. You're releasing the hold. You're releasing the manipulation because it's no longer serving you, because you're starting to understand that that was just chaining you down, and you are meant to rise, and you are meant to feel, and you are meant to trust your intuition, and you are meant to connect to the divine within yourself. And you are meant to love and be loved. And you're starting to understand that. And it can feel very, very uncomfortable as you go through this process. But you're really ascending, and you're really starting to understand this. And understand that as you go through this process, as uncomfortable as it may seem, you are not alone. That you are divinely protected. That the divine, your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones, your ascended masters, you have an entire soul. I'm getting spirit trails. You have an entire soul tribe in the higher realms that you can feel, but you possibly can't see. You feel it within you, though. Feel it within you, because as within, so without. You have to believe in order to see. Feel them there, because you have an entire soul tribe at your back and helping you to ascend and helping you to come into harmony with your divine feminine to experience this greater love. Okay. Whew. The energy, you guys, amazing. Okay, okay. These union energies, amazing. Your guidance is divinely guided. Exactly what I was just saying. You're being divinely guided along this path. And you see how it's a little bit darker here, they're calling me to this, and you're rising up the steps and you're walking along this path of light. That is what this journey is. Moving from the darkness, from the abyss, and into this light. Bringing heaven to earth, this light, this love to earth. And we have the initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. Again, this darkness here, this is the abyss. This is the forest, the darkness of the forest. This is the lower realms, this physical realm that is so dense. This energy is so dense, and it kind of holds us back. And what we're ascending to, we're bringing that 5D template down, going through the 4th dimension, bringing that 5th dimension down. This is the initiation. This is the rite of passage, ascending from the 3rd dimension through the 4th dimension into the 5th dimension and above. 7th dimension, 9th dimension, 13th dimension. These higher levels of love, these higher levels of consciousness, anchoring in there and bringing that into the physical realm so that, it's not, and I'm going to say it again, I've said this before, what the 3D is the physical realm. It's what we can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. But as we anchor in and bring that template of love down, we're still going to have like this desk, this physical desk, even though this is all energy itself. We're still going to have, the physical, but colors are going to be brighter, they're saying. Sounds are going to be sharper. What you feel is going to be more love, and the interactions that you have with people is going to be filled with more love and more peace. And I can feel that within myself. That's how I've shifted in consciousness. I can feel that within myself. There's still challenges. There's still struggles. For example, I'll give an example. My parents' shop. My parents told me recently that their shop had been robbed while they were there. Not at gunpoint, thank God, but they had been robbed. And as they were telling me that, before I would have sunk. I would have sunk into that and just been so afraid for them. But there was a level of peace about me. There was a level of peace and understanding that they were okay, that they had been protected, that was just a situation and they're okay. Another example, I had a little bit of an accident the other day, where I, for the second time this year, I fell down the stairs, but I was okay. Whereas before, it would have like shook me up, and I would have been like it crawled into this little hole, for the rest of the day. Um, I kind of picked myself up, said, "Am I okay? Am I hurt? No, I'm not. I'm okay." And I raised my vibrations again, and I went about my day. So you're not going to be experiencing the same level of challenges. You're not going to be experiencing the same level of suffering. You're not going to be experiencing the same level of drama. Like, there's not going to be that drama. It's just going to be love. And you're going to anchor in there, and you're going to feel at peace with everything you do and everything outside of yourself. And I had that bit of, that there were still bits of unease, still bits of, oh my God, that still, it wasn't automatically, okay, I'm fine, let's raise my vibrations, like, I'm great, I'm anchored in there, like, especially when I fell, especially when I heard that my parents had been robbed, like, there was still, like, that, oh my God, that reaction, like, are you okay, like, what's going on, that's still that little bit of fear for them, but those situations are going to fade. The feelings of fear are going to fade because you're understanding that fear is the illusion, and there is only love. There is only love. Those might not have been the best examples for what I'm trying to explain, but that was the examples that they reminded me of. You're still going to have empathy, but you're going to have greater empathy. You're still going to have an understanding, but it's going to come from a higher level of consciousness. You're going to pull back and look at it. You're not going to sit in that pain. You're not going to wallow in that pain. You're not going to wallow in that, for lack of a better word, depression. And I have been there. For 7 years, I lived with a chronic illness. I lived in that pain. I lived in that suffering. And when I experienced that, with the community that, the chronic illness community that I'm a part of, I sat in that pain with them. And I realized that I can no longer do that. I still have empathy for them. I am still, it's my mission to help that community. I still have so much love for them, but I am pulling back. I'm not sitting in that pain in order to fix it, in order to help, in order to heal. I am pulling back and looking at it from a higher perspective, in order to get those greater solutions, in order to come to approach healing from a different angle. Still holding love, still holding empathy for what they're experiencing, but not living in that suffering too, not living in that suffering with them. And that is what we're ascending to. That is one of the greatest lessons I have learned, that I don't have to live in suffering in order to feel empathy. That I don't have to be there in order to feel what they're feeling and in order to help people heal. Because you have to heal yourself. And in order to heal yourself, you have to pull back and see that everything else is the illusion, that only love is real. That everything that's being experienced in the third dimension, the physical dimension, is the illusion. And that only love is real, so that when you come from a place of love, when you look through the lens of love, that is all you will see. And that is what bringing that 5D template down to the physical reality is. So if you're going shopping at, Target, or for example, they're showing me like the Target shopping cart, like it's going to be in greater harmony. Like you're not going to have like the cart in the way of your parking spot and stuff like that. You're not going to have like angry customers. You're not going to have you're going to have what you want, because you're manifesting abundance for yourself. That is what this new earth is about. Creating a life of bliss. Heaven on earth. You're not going to see the struggles. You're not going to see the pain. You're not going to see the challenges, because you're not living in that vibration anymore. You're living in a place of love, living in a place of peace, living in a place of balance. You might still be experiencing some of those challenges, but they're telling me that's just integration, and that is going to fade away with time as well. But that is a process. And what you're doing is you're manifesting. You're manifesting peace, you're manifesting abundance, and you're manifesting a higher level of consciousness. And that is all it is. That is all it takes. It just takes a shift in consciousness. We're very high level today. I don't know why. This is what I've been guided towards for the past few readings, for the past few months, this higher level of stuff. So I think you guys are here. I think you guys are understanding this. If these messages are not resonating with you, if you just want to get into the divine partnership stuff with the relationship stuff, that's fine. That's why I'm splitting it up into 2 videos. But if this is resonating with you, that means that this is where you are in your ascension journey, and that's beautiful, and that you're ready for this level of understanding. I'm not entirely understanding everything that I'm speaking either, but they're showing me the spiral, and they're saying, you will. This is what we're going to be talking about. They're saying throughout the next few months, not only the integration energies, but this initiation, this rite of passage, this moving into a higher level of ascension. So we're going to have some more clarity. We're going to have some more understanding. So take what resonates with you now. Understand that not everything has to resonate with you now. We'll have some more clarity, but if it does resonate with you, great. Accept those messages, feel them, understand it for yourself. But we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Okay, you guys. I know there are a lot of messages here. So I'm actually going to split this. I'm going to separate this into 3 videos because this is very important. This is very high level. So I'm going to split this into 3 videos. This is going to be the overall energies. And then we're going to get, actually, no, what they want me to do is, this is going to be a separate video. So we're going to go into where the masculine is, where the feminine is with relationship to the overall energies for the divine partnership. That'll actually be... we'll do 1 video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'll do. Hang in there with me. There'll be a separate video for the full divine partnership reading. I think this was very special. This was very specific. So somehow we'll split it up. But check out the link in the description box below for the full divine partnership reading. This will be the relationship, the actual relationship of the masculine and feminine counterparts. This was very, very special. So we'll split it up somehow. Go ahead and click on that link in the description box below for the full reading, and we'll get into that. Okay. All right, we'll be back. Okay, you guys, welcome back to the full divine partnership reading. Now, I never know what's going to come out when I start channeling, when I start doing these readings. So what came out when I tried to doing the overall energies for the divine masculine, divine feminine, like I usually do with these readings, was very high level ascension stuff. So I'm being called to actually create that as a separate video. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split that up. I'm gonna include that in this full divine partnership reading, but I'm gonna split that up as a separate reading so that it's easily digestible. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do another overall energy for the divine partnership, for the relationship as a whole, because again, that was very intense energy, very high level stuff regarding ascension as a whole, and what this journey, this twin flame, soulmate, divine partnership relationship, however you want to call it, what it means as a whole. It was high level stuff, even for me, it was high level for me. So I'm gonna keep it all. But I'm going to isolate that 1 segment and set that as a separate video because it's really important, they're saying, that be heard. So give that a listen. I'm actually going to be timestamping this. So if you want to skip that, you can feel free to skip that. So there'll be a couple of timestamps in the description box. In the comment section below. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so we're going to get into the actual relationship of this partnership. So where is the masculine in relation to the feminine? Where is the feminine in relation to the masculine? And then where are the union energies for both? Again, the overall energies that came out was just very specific, very high level for the ascension journey as a whole. So I'm going to actually isolate that segment of the video. I'm not sure if I'm being called to remove it from this reading as a whole or keep it all in. I might just, it's going to be a very long video, you guys, but I might just keep it all in. But we're going to, we're going to have a couple of separate videos. So, check out the description box below. You know how I do things. The overall energies are usually isolated. So we'll see how the overall energies go here and how long it goes. I'll have to take a look at the video when it's done. So this reading might be kind of like a clusterfuck when it uploads to YouTube. But I will sort it out somehow so that it's completely organized for you guys. So it's easily digestible because I want you guys to be able to get what you need and get what you need easily and what you want easily. So bear with me. I'm kind of trying to sort it out in my head and see how it's going to be organized, but it'll work itself out. Okay, so we're going to do overall energies for the divine partnership. Spirit, we're talking about the relationship. And they're kind of laughing. They're like, okay, we're with you. Let's get 1 more, please. Beautiful, beautiful energies before. A lot of information, but it was a higher level just about the ascension journey. So let's get divine masculine, divine feminine for this relationship dynamic. How overall energies, how is the divine masculine feeling about the divine feminine? How's the divine feminine feeling about the divine masculine on this journey? We're bringing it down to more of a 3D level here. More of a 4D level, they said. Okay, 40. Okay, Spirit. Masculine energies. Overall energies for the divine masculine on this journey, please. Overall energies for the divine masculine on this journey, please. How are they feeling? What's going on with the divine masculine on this journey? Okay, I'm not taking these, but I'm being called to this spiral. And if you listen to that higher level video or that higher level section, this is the spiral. This is what they're saying. It goes round and round. Understanding goes round and round to deeper levels of understanding based on where you are now. And so they're saying if you did not understand it before, they're reiterating that. If you did not understand it, or if it was not resonating with you, come back to that video, bookmark it, and come back to it, because you will understand it soon enough, is what they're saying, soon enough. You will have more clarity on it. We'll be talking about it a lot more. So it's that spiral energy. It's gonna come back around to greater understanding. Okay, thank you for that, but let's talk about the masculine now. Masculine energies, please. Where's the divine masculine? Where's the divine masculine? Where's the divine masculine? Oh, oh. Okay, we keep getting I'm being called to this one. I'm being called, dear God help me, I'm being called to all of them. Okay. Feminine, okay. 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 Any more for the feminine? No? Let's do union energies, please. Union energies. Union energies. This energy is intense, you guys. But like in a good way. Like not in a negative way by any means. Really intense and not heavy, but just intense. Like almost like passionate. Jeez. And if my divine masculine is watching, I don't know if he watches my videos anymore, but I want him to take a look at this card. There is something sacred between us in that card. That's just a little shout out from me to my masculine, saying I love you. Because this is my channel and this is my reading and I can do that. Okay, no more messages for the union energies. Okay. Whew. All right, we're going to start with the masculine this time. They had me start with the feminine last time because of those higher level messages, but we're going to start with the masculine. Okay. The first energy that I'm getting, they had me pull this card out, is that the masculine is really, this is like a hermit energy that I'm getting. It says deep knowing. This is really a hermit energy that I'm getting. And it's because it's almost like, so over the past, I want to say the past year to the past few months especially, the divine masculine is really going through their awakening. Now, they may have had an awakening before, but we don't just have one awakening, you know? It's that spiral energy. There's more and more and more coming to greater understandings of ourselves. So for me as well, you know, I've had more than one awakening. I had my first awakening when I was very, very young, and then another one back in 2008 that kind of set me into a different level of understanding. And then when I was launched on this ascension journey in 2017, fall of 2017, it was like a complete shift in consciousness. Like it completely transformed me over this past year and a half. So The divine masculine, when we say awakening, this could be like, their second, third awakening. For some, it could be their first awakening, especially with regards to if they had different beliefs or different religious upbringings. But they're starting to understand more. They're starting to understand not just this connection, although they are understanding this connection. They're pointing me to this yin energy. It's a yin yang energy. And if you understand the yin yang symbol, it's masculine and feminine energy into balance, the dark and the light in balance. And yin is actually the divine feminine. So the divine feminine is very much on their mind. They're understanding this connection. They're feeling it on a soul level. But they're understanding more than the love there. They're understanding, they're looking back and seeing, or pulling back and seeing from a higher perspective. They're understanding the connection itself. And not just a connection as far as a relationship, and not just a connection as far as a love, but the connection as far as connection itself, connection of consciousness, connection to the divine, to their own divinity within, connection to all living things, connection to the world, to the earth, connection to the universe above. Connection to the universe within is what they're saying. Beautiful. So they're really having this deep understanding, but they're going within because they're having this transformation within. Because they're having this shift in consciousness, because they're having this awakening or reawakening, they're really going within to reflect on it and understand it. And they're seeing their physical world as their inner world shifts and changes because of this shift in consciousness. They're seeing their physical world shift without. So this is the falling away of the karmic cycles, the closing of the karmic cycles, the Eight of Cups energy, the leaving behind the things that no longer serve them because they have risen in their vibrations, because they have shifted consciousness, and they're understanding that those lower vibrations, those toxic relationships, those old patterns of behavior that no longer serve them, that doesn't feel good to them, those habits. It could be changes in diet. It could be changes in social life. It could be changes, the addictions are falling away. It could be that their friends are no longer, vibing with them. They have a deeper longing for deeper connections. They don't want the toxic relationships anymore. They don't want to be a part of the drama anymore. They're understanding that that energy itself is falling away. Now, that might be people falling out of their lives as the vibrations change. But if it's like family or friends that they don't necessarily want to cut out of their lives, it's the energy that's changing around it because it's no longer serving their best and highest good. It's no longer serving who they want to be in the future, and they want to be their true authentic self. They want to release the mask. They want to let go of the illusions. They want to be who they fully are in their own being. They want to be love. They want to be light. They don't want to be the bullshit anymore. So they're having this kind of reawakening, and they're understanding this. They have the owl here. They're gaining more wisdom about this, but they're kind of going within just to integrate this energy, because what they're seeing is it is integrating. As they're going within and they're understanding this and reflecting on this more fully, they're experiencing it in their outer world. So what is happening is they're kind of shifting and having this experience in their outer world. It's that integration energy. It's shifting from the old endings to the new beginning. So it's almost like a timeline. And what happens is it's not like something ends and then something new begins. You have a transition period because the energy is fluid and it has to go somewhere. So what's happening now is as they have this inner knowing, they're kind of getting into this like reclusive stage, this hermit stage, to go within because things are shifting so much. Knowing, having foresight of where they want to go, looking towards this future, this fresh start with the divine feminine in mind, but wanting especially a fresh start for themselves. So that energy has to go somewhere, and they're in that transition period, that in between here, the in between of leaving and letting go of the old and moving towards the new. Now, what they're giving me is that they're actually at this point here of the new beginning. They're actually like right here on the edge, right here on the precipice of the new beginning, but there's still some residual energy that they're letting go of. So they have let go of the old, transitioning into the new. But if this is like a timeline, I don't know if you guys can see me. If this is a timeline and this, okay, so if this is a timeline, I'm all about visuals today. If this is a timeline, this is the old, This is the new, this is all that residual energy. This is the new beginning. They are right here, right on the precipice, right on the edge, wanting that new beginning and ready to have that new beginning. Ready to communicate, ready for something new. Ready for something new, ready to communicate, especially with their divine feminine, but especially with their higher selves, especially connecting to the higher realms. They're saying ready to communicate and trust their intuition and connect to the divine. And as they connect to the divine, they're going to connect to the divine feminine. Again, we have this yin energy here, wanting to find balance within themselves. And as they find balance within themselves, they're understanding that finding balance with their divine counterpart is a part of that. The dark cannot live without the light. The light cannot be as light as it is without the dark. That is the whole point of that yin and the yang. And they're showing me the circle. It's that merging of the energies. The merging. No beginning, no end. It's just a complete merging of energies. Eternal. Eternal love. Eternal merging. Eternal energies. Just the eternal balance of the masculine and feminine energies. And connecting with the divine. That trinity energy. That circle energy. The divine, the masculine, and the feminine merged in their energies for complete balance, complete harmony, complete love. That is the yin and the yang. So with this message in a bottle, this is forward movement, they're telling me. This is forward momentum they're giving me. So this is, there's going to be some kind of new beginning, some kind of communication coming. Oh, there's a phone in there. That's interesting. So some of you might be receiving text messages. Some of you might be receiving like actual phone calls. There's some kind of communication coming. But this is all forward momentum. We had gotten this card before, and what they actually told me, it wasn't about communication then. What the message, the symbolism that they had shown me was their heart. There's not a heart in here. It's actually a telephone, which I'm seeing for the first time. But it was almost like their heart was encased in glass. And what was happening was, as they were going through this process, the glass, this bottle, was shattering, and their heart was breaking open. That was the imagery that they gave me. That has happened. The heart has shattered open, split wide open, and what's bursting forth is just love and emotion, and they're not completely comfortable with that yet. But they're getting more and more comfortable with that. They're understanding that more and more. That's this hermit energy. They're understanding that. So really listen to that the first overall energies reading that I did. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but listen to that because it is that higher level, but we talk about that a lot. Because that's the energy that I'm picking up on here, that heart has opened and burst forth with just love and emotion, and they're not used to that because that has been suppressed inside of them by conditioning, by societal conditioning. But that's what's happening here, is that it's bursting forth, and they're longing for their divine feminine. They are longing to communicate because they want this new life for themselves, because they don't want the bullshit anymore. They want this new life. They want this fresh start, and they're understanding that their divine counterpart is a part of that, and a beautiful part of that. That their divine counterpart is not, the energies that held them back before. That this love with their divine counterpart is a freedom in and of itself, and they're wanting to communicate their emotions. They're wanting to communicate their love, and they're ready. They're ready. Calmer waters here is what they're pointing me to. Calmer waters. They are ready to venture forth. They're pointing me to this animal here, this bird, and it's almost like he's on. He has like he's like Scuttle in The Little Mermaid. You know how Scuttle's on the rock and he has that telescope. I don't know what it's called when it's like a little one like that. Maybe it is a telescope, but that's what it's reminding me of. Like, this is Scuttle with his telescope, and it's almost like, how when he's looking at it at Ariel from a different vantage point, like he has it upside down, and she's looking like very far away, and he's saying, "You're very far away." Like, that's where the masculine was with the divine feminine, and now he's ready to come closer, and he turns it over. He turns the telescope over, and Ariel is now like close up. So it's it's that energy. Like, they're ready to come closer. They're ready for this fresh start. They're ready for this new beginning. They are ready to emerge from this hermit mode for this new beginning. Last message is reporting me to the moons here. Two messages here. Ready to move towards their divine feminine as the symbol of the moon. Divine feminine being the moon, divine masculine being the sun. But also they're saying this moon cycle, especially in March, is going to be, it's going to create some major shifts in some way, shape, or form. It's going to create some major shifts in energy. So we'll actually do a new moon reading coming up. I think it's the 6th, the 7th, something like that, sometime next week. So we'll actually do a new moon reading to see how the energy shifts, but they're actually pointing me to the moon cycle, especially coming in March, especially with the spring. They're saying their spring equinox is going to be a pivotal time for these counterparts. So as we move further along in the next few months, there's going to be some shifts, and you're going to be feeling this energy more and more. So that's a message for the divine feminines, but divine masculines, you're going to be feeling the shifts in energy as well. You're going to be feeling shifts in energy. You're going to be pulled towards your divine feminine. And you can resist it if you want. Like, you can resist it, but what's that going to do you? Is that going to make you happy? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, divine feminines. Okay, a couple of messages coming through here, and I'm not sure which one to go to. I'm going to go through to the small segment of the collective that I'm picking up on. A very small, this one message is for a very small segment of the collective. There might be some of you, we have the time to go card. There might be some of you who are thinking that this journey is just too difficult, that you're not seeing anything in the physical, that you're not getting anything, with your divine counterpart, that you just don't want to be on this journey anymore. And so you're thinking it's literally time to go. They're saying there's going to be a point where you have that choice because you have that free will. You absolutely have that choice, they're saying. But they're pointing me to these stars. And they're saying, look back at your journey. Look back at how this has transformed you first and foremost. And it's interesting because I was actually just saying this to a friend, that that's what this journey has brought me, this transformation, and that's what makes it worth it. I love my divine counterpart. I want to be with my divine counterpart. That's the icing on the cake. But for the transformations that this journey has created within me and how I'm seeing it manifest in my physical life, that's the beauty of this journey. So they're saying actually look back and find the blessings, see the stars, find the wishes that have been fulfilled on this journey, and that see how this journey has brought you to this point in time where you are now with these blessings. So find gratitude for it. But if you decide to, they give me the word abandon, but I feel like that's too harsh. That's almost like a reproach, and it's not a reproachful energy. It's just a choice. They're saying if you choose to let go of this journey, they're saying that is fine. That is fine because you have free will. But know that if you choose to continue on this path as well, that you're being divinely guided and that the divine is pushing you forward and that the divine is making this work. But you have to have faith. This journey is most importantly about faith. Trusting in yourself, trusting in your own intuition, and trusting in the divine, in your ascended masters, in your spirit guides, in your archangels, really connecting to that within so that you can manifest without. So they're saying that if you're feeling that kind of doubt, that lack of faith, if you're feeling that kind of like defeat is the word that they're giving me. If you're feeling defeated, they're saying that's okay. I've actually been at that point in my journey as well where I wanted to give up on this, where I wanted to give up on my divine counterpart. I felt that as well, but they're saying really go within and be honest with yourself and what it is that you truly want. Be really honest with yourself and feel your cup fill up. When you're feeling that defeated, it's just because you feel empty inside of yourself, because you feel depleted in some way, shape, or form. So go within and rely on the divine for that love. It's a very gentle energy here. It's a very gentle, loving energy. They're saying that you have the choice, but they're encouraging you. They're encouraging you to keep going. Okay. I want to see if there's anything else for that segment that I was picking up on before I get to the other messages. Just to keep trusting. They're actually pointing me to this doorway here. They're saying you're almost there. Like you have no idea what's right around the corner for you. So it's almost like an energy of don't give up now. You have the choice. Like you can let go if you want to. If you're feeling like it's time to let go, like you can. But just know that it could be right around the corner for you. Like it's right up ahead. Okay, very loving, very gentle energy there for those messages. So for the other segment of the collective, time to go. It's like, all right, it's like it's switched, like the energy immediately switched and they're like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to ascend. It's time to pick up the pace because you're up leveling. So this is a very different energy here. It's again, they're pointing me to this path and they're like, you're right there. Like your union is right there, right on the horizon. So like, let's go. They're like, let's go. Things are balancing out. To be fair, this is the Justice card. They're giving me Libra energy. I don't know why I said that. Libra energy. They're giving me Justice energy in the traditional tarot. So very, very interesting. I'm a Libra, so I don't know of like if there's somebody that this message is for. I don't know why I said that, but they said Libra. Libra energy. Libra. Are we getting into like Libra season somehow or something? I don't know, but Libra energy, Justice. They're giving me the Justice card. The scales are balancing out. And you see here, okay, we have what looks like an egg and a fortune cookie. So what they're saying here to me is, and the owl. Oh, the owl. They just showed that to me. The owl, the wisdom here. The owl, you guys are mirroring each other. You guys are at the same level. You're approaching that same level. You're coming into harmony. You're coming into balance is what they're saying with this understanding of this connection. And so now you're moving forward through this doorway to union together. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so they just pointed that out. I want to get to the other symbols here. The fortune cookie being manifestations. Your physical manifestations and abundance is coming in. We also have the egg. In the last divine partnership reading, we had the symbol of the egg with the divine masculine, how they were breaking out, how they were breaking free, being reborn. This is your rebirth. This up-leveling is going to be, this transformation is going to be your rebirth. And so what you're doing is integration energy they're giving me here. As you continue on this journey, very, very close. Like it's happening. You are right on the precipice. We've been channeling that a lot. You're right on the edge of union. If it's not happening right now, it's happening very, very soon within the next 2 seasons is what they're giving me. And that Spirit is reminding me time's an illusion. So that's very, very soon. So as the changing of the seasons, we have this union energy, a change in the wind, giving me change of seasons here. So it could be happening for spring for some of you, summer for others. Coming into union in the actual physical. Now, if you guys, you know I don't like to say that. You guys know I don't like to set expectations and make promises like that. I don't like to make predictions, but that is the energy that is here. That is the energy that they're giving me. That's the symbolism and the message that they're giving me, so I'm saying it. We are right at the edge. This segment of the collective that I'm reading for is right at the edge of physical union, physical balance, physical harmony, bringing that divine love into the physical realm. This could be a higher level of commitment. This could be more communication. This could be friendship. This is a new foundation for you. This is more harmony. So if you were just friends before, it could be up leveling into a relationship. If you're in a relationship, it could be a new level of commitment, such as engagement or marriage, etc. If you were not in contact before, then it could be creating that foundation of friendship and greater harmony. The key point here is that all the bullshit of whatever your relationship was before, the triggering, the challenges, the difficulties, the struggles, the suffering, the betrayal, the deceit, the hiding of emotions, the withholding of affection, all of that bullshit is being left in the past. And you see the stars here, it's almost like, it's almost like that's being strayed in the past. It's that energy of like leaving it all behind. Still the gratitude and the blessings for that, because that helped you heal. That helped you to learn. That is the point of this journey, is to ascend through that healing. So these stars are like, this is what you've healed, but you're leaving that in the past because you're going forward and you're ascending. And what they're saying is it's that bullshit is going to be left in the past, and you're coming into more harmony and more balance with each other. It is a fresh start, a new beginning, a new, firm, stable foundation. That's the key word. A new foundation of love is what they're saying. And again, listen to those past divine partnership readings, especially the overall energies, if you haven't before, because we've been talking about that. We had the card building blocks, if I recall, and that's what we talked about, the new foundation being built. The structure had to fall. Anything false had to fall, so that we can build this new foundation of love and balance and harmony. And that's what we're going into, leaving the bullshit behind, creating a new foundation, and going forward, it's just going to be this rebirth of yourself, this transformation inside of yourself, this up-leveling of your ascension journey into greater peace, greater harmony, greater balance within yourself and with your divine counterpart, with your relationship with your divine counterpart, and manifestations, fortunes coming true. Blessings and abundance is what they're giving me. Pure blessings and abundance, because you're coming from a place of balance. You're coming from a place of love now. Divine Feminines, this is where you're headed. It's time to go. It's time to up-level. It's time to get going. It's time to create that balance. It's time to keep stepping into your Empress energy, because that is who you are now. And there's no going back. There's no going back. Union energies. We got this, a change in the wind. And the only message that they're actually pointing me to is that this is going to be a change in your relationship. This is union energies. And you're going to be feeling the shifting of the energy. That's the only message that they're coming through here with me, because we already talked about that with both of these counterparts. But it's here because they want to reiterate that things are shifting. Things are shifting, and it's going to be a new level, a new harmonious level of union, a new foundation that you're creating for yourself. And they're showing me, you know, these leaves going in the wind. That's all the bullshit of the past that's being thrown away into the wind, that's fading with the wind, because you're looking forward now, and there's no looking back. Cool. All right. All right, you guys, this is it for the overall energies. We're going to get into the specific dynamics with some tarot cards, the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and how they're feeling about each other and all that good stuff. So I'm not sure yet if we're going to split the video here or if we're going to just keep going. You know, I'll see how I'm going to organize the videos. But if we do split it, thanks for being here. If it does not resonate with you, don't take it. It's okay. You can feel free to disregard it. If it does resonate with you and you want to watch the full Divine Partnership reading, stay tuned. We're going to get into that right now. Okay, I need a drink. Oh my gosh. This is going to be one of my longest readings. You guys know, yeah, an hour 30. You guys know how I like to channel. You guys know how I like to make sure you get as much clarity as you can, as I can give you. I want clarity for you. That's why I keep channeling. That's why I keep talking, because I want to make sure you have the messages that you need for your journey. I want to make sure that everything is as clear as possible. So, we might be splitting this up just so it's easily digestible, because there's a lot of energy going through here. A lot of messages that are coming forth today. Amazing. Like, this is amazing. This is amazing energy. So, you guys are right there. You're at the beginning of your fresh start. Both of you, like, you're mirroring each other. You are both in it together. You're in it together. So be in it together is what they're saying. Be in it together. Acknowledge that you're in it together. Acknowledge that you want to be in it together. Open up your hearts. Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines, keep those hearts open is what they're saying. It's a word of advice. Keep those hearts open so that you can give and receive that love from your divine counterparts, because that is crucial for this connection. Those open hearts is crucial for this connection. Be willing to express love. Be willing to receive love. Okay. I'm going to get a couple quick shuffles, please, Spirit. No cards yet. Ace of Cups. I said no cards, and that wanted to come out, so balance, waiting for things to ripen, but you see how the pentacles are fully formed here? This is where you are. You are right there. It's happening. Like, this is happening. These pentacles are ready to be plucked. There's no more waiting. Plucked right off the vine. Okay. What are we going to do today? We're going to do head space, heart space, and physical reality for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Not past, present, future. Yeah. Physical, head space, heart space. We're going to see where you guys are and how you're aligning. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get the headspace, current headspace for the Divine Masculine for this collective. Woo. Let's get the heart space. Oh my gosh. Let's get current heart space for... Okay, I know you're eager. Holy crap. Thank you. Heart space. And physical reality for the Divine Masculine, please. That's too many cards. I'm not feeling them, so I'm not going to take them. Just a reminder, I'm an intuitive reader. I listen to my guidance and what Spirit wants to say. I don't read the cards traditionally. If you see them or feel them, and there's a message there for you, then take it as a message there for you. If you're picking up on something, then that just means that it's your own intuition guiding you towards your own meaning. Physical, please. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Ace of Cups came out again. Okay. We have Magician. Okay. I'm going to get the feminine's energies. I'm going to get the feminine's energies first before we go forward. So bear with me a second. You know, you guys can fast forward as I shuffle. Shuffle while we work. Do, 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 do. I am like, my head is so light right now. Like, I am so high up there. Like, it's going to take a minute for me to come down from this one. Man, this energy is good. This energy is really, really good. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get the headspace for the Divine Feminines, please. Headspace for the Divine Feminines, please. Headspace for the Divine Feminines, please. Thank you. Flew under my laptop. Okay. Heart space for the Divine Feminines, please. Heart space for the Divine Feminines, please. Let's get one more card for the heart space. And one more card for the heart space, please. There's a lot of grounding energy here, a lot of pentacles. Physical reality for the Divine Feminine. Where are they in their physical space? Where's the Divine Feminine in their physical? I'll take both. Magician and the Magician. You guys are mirroring each other again. In your physical space, I'm just going to point out that in the last Divine Partnership reading, it was incredible. We got the reunion card for both counterparts. And I kind of freaked out about that. I'm not freaking out about this. I promise. But we'll get to this. But I'm going to point out that you guys both have the Magician card in the physical space. Okay, I'm going to set these aside, move them a little bit so you guys can see. We're going to start with the Divine Masculines. In their headspace, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is all about partnership. They're immediately calling me to this. It's all about partnership. What they're saying is, and we have the Four of Cups. They're feeling their emotions, but they're still kind of in this hermit mode, looking back at the past, at how they've released everything. This is the past. They have released what they needed to release. And they're starting to understand this connection. They're starting to understand this connection is being divinely guided, that they've been offered this big old cup of love, and that it's coming from the divine. That the Divine Feminine, the love from the Divine Feminine is coming from the divine. They're understanding this connection. With this partnership, they're wanting this. In their headspace, they're wanting this. They're saying, they're understanding this. It's a student-teacher relationship. At any given point in time, you're both the student and the teacher, that you're both learning from each other, that you're both healing each other, that you're both coming together for this divine purpose is what they're saying. And they're pointing me again to here, the Trinity. This is the Trinity, but it's a merging, a complete merging. It's no longer these three separate points because that's duality consciousness. Now it's like one pentacle. It's the circle energy is what they're giving me. And they're understanding this. And they want this connection. But they're they're folding their arms, they're showing me, they're kind of being guarded. They're not rejecting this. They're wanting to reach up and take this cup. They see this cup. They are fully acknowledging this cup. But they're feeling a little bit guarded because it's that residual energy, that transition energy. They're still kind of letting go of the past. They're not focused on these three cups anymore. They're not focused on the past toxic relationships or the behaviors or the addictions. They're not focused on who they were in the past is what they're telling me. They're ready to move forward. They're ready to reach up. The energies are ready to reach up and grab this cup of love, drink from this cup of love, knowing that it's divinely guided, knowing that this is a beautiful opportunity for a fresh new start, for a new life. But in their headspace, they're just not quite there yet. They're right on the precipice. Remember when I did the whole timeline there? They're right at the edge. They're right at the edge. The feeling that I get is any second now he's going to unfold his arms, unblock his heart. You have this green tunic, this heart chakra. He's feeling safe. You have the red, the root chakra. He's feeling safe. He's feeling secure in himself. He's feeling confident. He's feeling secure in this world again. And he's opening up his heart. Still some blocking there, but only because he's looking back at the past. But he's ready. He is ready. The feeling that I'm getting from this card is any second now he is going to reach up and grab that cup of love, because he's feeling that love. He's feeling that love, and he's understanding this connection. He's understanding that this is not just meant to be, but this is the opportunity for happiness. This is the opportunity for a fresh start. The fresh start, the future that he wants. Again, I'm being called to say masculine and feminine is not gender specific. I'm just referring to he because it's easier to reference the divine masculine that way. And also, if you're divine masculine watching this, welcome and thank you. I do read more for the divine feminine, so if I'm saying, he versus you, my apologies there. It's just how it's coming out. It's not meant to take offense or anything. Okay, I want to get just a clarifier for additional messages for the headspace for the divine masculine. Just get. Okay, can I get a clarifying card for the divine masculine's headspace, please? Yeah. They want me to keep that. Actually, it's very strange. Okay, I'm going to keep this upright, but it's interesting energy. So the reason why they are not quite ready yet, they're viewing this as a partnership. They're understanding this partnership, this relationship, wanting to work together now and move in this life together with their divine feminine, because they're understanding the beauty of this. They're understanding that everything in harmony, but the reason why they're feeling a little bit guarded, why they're not quite ready to grab that cup of love, to grab that opportunity that's coming in, is because they're still healing from this broken heart, this past. They're still looking back at the past and looking back at the conflict. Now, this could be, I'm getting two messages here. This could be conflict between the counterparts, or this could be conflict within your outside world. The heavier energy is conflict within the outside world, with your masculine's world, not with the counterparts is what I mean. But if you had conflict within the counterparts, or if there was a broken heart between the counterparts, deception, betrayal, any of that, then take that. That means it's a message for you. But the heavier energy is that this was happening without the relationship, without the partnership, but but within the masculine's past. This is like past energy is what I'm getting. What's interesting is there's still some residual conflict, inner conflict that's creating outer conflict. But it's almost like they want me to do this because it's ending, but it's not. It hasn't ended yet. The heartbreak has ended. They're healing from the heartbreak, but this hasn't ended yet. So it's still upright, but it's ending. It's coming to a close, is what they're saying. The battles are coming to a close because they are in a different place. They're in a different place. They're in a different headspace, in a different heart space. Just leaving the past behind and ready to look forward to the future. But there's still some residual energy here. I'm trying to see if there's any other messages they want me to say. I feel like there's something. They just want me to clarify, leaving the past behind. This could also be a third party. Third party does not have to be a relationship. It could be a person, a place, or a thing. It could be a work environment. It could be a home. It could be a relationship. It could be family ties. There's something that caused heartbreak that they are leaving behind, and that caused a lot of conflict for them, inner conflict and external conflict, because remember, as within, so without. So inner conflict creates the outer conflict, but as they're finding balance and peace within themselves and peace within the connection, they're saying, and as they move towards this fresh start of love, nothing else but love is what they're seeing, nothing else but divinely guided love. They're letting they're closing out the wounds of the heart, and they're letting the conflict fall away, but it's like residual energy. They're still kind of there in their headspace, and that's why they're kind of in hermit mode here. Okay, for the heart space, we have the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. And the High Priestess is all about going within. It's all about the intuition. Also about secrets, finding secrets, standing in the doorway between, and not secrets like nefarious secrets, like holding something back, but secrets of the universe, secrets of like the intuition, secrets of the divine. And so they're right at the precipice of this. They are walking through the doorway is what I'm getting. And because they are in this place, they're in this divine feminine place. This is really the higher level divine feminine card for me. So the Empress is like in the physical reality, the divine feminine. This is like the higher self divine feminine card for me. And so they are really feeling the divine feminine with them, but they're also feeling the divine feminine energies within them. They are opening up their brow chakra, opening up their crown chakra, and you see all this blue they're pointing me to. They are learning how to express themselves. They're learning to express their emotions. They're learning to express their spirituality and their connection to all things, and their connection, how they're feeling connected to the divine. They are stepping into this energy, allowing the balance to come, the divine feminine and divine masculine energies to come into play, to merge, to balance. And as they're doing this, they're ready for this fresh start in the physical. So Pentacles for me is all about physical manifestations. They're understanding again that this is being divinely guided, that this connection is divinely guided, that this fresh start, that the universe has been pushing them towards this fresh start, not just for this connection, but for their own life, that they can leave the past behind, and that as they go through this path, through this garden path, it's no longer a labyrinth. Whereas they're saying their heart was kind of like a labyrinth where they were kind of going in circles. Now they see the doorway, and as they step through this arch, this beautiful, flowering, abundant, blossoming arch, it's like the Garden of Eden. It's like abundance is theirs. Physical abundance, anchoring this into the physical reality, bringing that 5D template down, helping the divine feminine anchor that 5D template of love down into the physical reality. This right here, the energy that they're giving me, is the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Divine feminine bringing that 5D template of love down, and the higher chakras down, the divine masculine anchored in the lower level chakras, and not lower. Lower does not mean superior or inferior. You need all the chakras to balance, but being in the lower level chakras, the grounding energy, letting that rise so that again you meet at the bridge. So the feminine energy being anchored in the higher level chakras brings that down, that 5D template down. The masculine energy grounds that energy, brings it up so that it grounds and meets in the heart chakra, the fourth chakra, that's the bridge. And as you meet at the bridge, the love, through love, you bring that out into your physical reality. This is the energy that I'm getting. This higher template of love, this sacredness, this connection, this divine connection, this divine love, this connecting intuitively to the divine, to the higher realms, to the higher dimensions, the fifth dimension and above, and grounding that energy in the physical plane. This is where their heart is. They want to bring this connection because they're feeling balanced within themselves now, feeling balanced within their own energies, their feminine and masculine energies, and connecting with the divine, with their divine feminine. Again, listen to those overall energies that I had, the higher level stuff, the ascension related stuff, because we're channeling a lot of the same energy here. They are balanced within their feminine and masculine energies within their heart space because they're feeling in harmony and balance with their feminine, their divine feminine. They're divine feminine, like on the outside. And what they're wanting to do is come together now to bring that into harmony, bring that into the physical world. In their heart, they know that they're ready for this fresh start with their divine feminine in this relationship, a higher level of commitment in the physical world. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I'm not going to get any more cards for that. I feel like that was pretty self-explanatory. Well, not self-explanatory. There's a lot there, but I don't need any clarity on that. I hope that that made sense. If not, we'll pull a couple cards. I'll do a separate reading for that because that was very, very strong energy here. A lot of messages here, but basically what they want to, okay, they're allowing me to clarify. What they want to say is they're bringing union into the physical. They're ready for union in the physical. They're bringing that down from the 5D into the physical. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for that. That was beautiful. Bringing that union energy from the fifth dimension and above into the physical. They're ready for this fresh start. Cool. All right. In the physical space, however, They are manifesting this. You both are manifesting this. You're both wanting this, and you're both manifesting this, and you're both feeling powerful enough to do this. You know that you're powerful manifestors. You know that you are master magicians, that you have everything that you need. I'm just going to do the masculine now. You know that you have everything you need. You know that your heart is open enough to feel the emotions now. You know that you're feeling strong enough to wield that sword of truth. You know that you have that passion, that wand to take action. And you know that you have the abundance and prosperity, the security, the stability in your physical world to be able to bring this offer to fruition, to the table, this offer of commitment, this relationship, to ground it in the physical reality with a higher level of commitment, with this relationship, with this divine love. However that looks for you guys, this higher level of commitment, because you have filled yourself up with love. This is overflowing love. And we talked about that before. We talked about that overflowing cup of love. It's self-love. And as the cup overflows for the self, it's overflowing for their feminine. Now, this used to be conflict. This used to be feeling guarded. And what I'm getting is that they are ready to drop that wand and defend this connection. They want to defend this new life that they want for themselves, and they're ready to defend this. They're ready to defend the love that they're feeling inside of themselves. They're ready to defend how they want to manifest this new life for themselves. They're ready to defend this connection, this love with their divine partner. They're ready to fight for it. But they're ready. They want to drop the wand against their divine feminine. They want to drop their guard against their divine feminine, but they're ready to pick up the sword and fight for it for anybody else who's going to get in their way, because they are ready. They are ready to do this. That's amazing. Did not expect that when these cards came out. That's amazing. Amazing messages. So 2 messages there. Open heart. You see this green tunic? Open heart. They're ready to open their heart. They are ready to open their heart. Like, that's, I don't know why I said it like that, but it's just like a very adamant energy. Like, they're like, yes, we are ready to come forward. We are ready to defend this connection. We are ready to fight for this connection, to fight for this love, to fight for myself, to fight for my new life, to fight for what I want to manifest for my life, to fight for this fresh beginning. 2 beginnings here they're pointing me to. 2 new beginnings, a new beginning in love and grounding that energy, a new beginning in abundance and manifestation for the divine masculine. They are ready for this fresh start. They are ready to leave the bullshit behind, and they are ready to fight for this. They're ready. They're ready to fight for you, divine feminines. They're ready to fight for themselves. And how beautiful that they're ready to fight for themselves and stand up for themselves and defend themselves through love. How amazing. Because as they do that, they're fighting for you too. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Not called to get any clarifiers. So we're going to go right into the feminine. And we're going to make this a short reading. What we're going to do is we are going to do, they want me to pull some angel answers. I'm not sure what they want me to get that for, but they just showed me the picture of that. We're going to get some romance angels cards and final messages from spirit, and then we're going to close. So, divine feminines, how you're feeling in your headspace, you know that your wishes are being fulfilled and you're ready to start this journey. No more decisions have to be made. You know that you hold the world in your hand, and you know that your wishes are coming true. You know that you've done the healing work, and you know that you've wished for this. You are ready for this. In your conscious mind, you are ready for this. And you see how they're holding onto the wand? Like, they're ready to get this party started, is what I'm getting. Like, they're ready. They're ready. They're ready for the world. Ready for the world. Okay, I'm not getting anything else for that. Pentacles, a lot of pentacle energy here, a lot of grounding energy here, physical manifestations coming into place. Beautiful, beautiful. Divine feminines, what I'm getting from this is, in your heart space, you know that there's an offer coming towards you, and you know that you're ready to make an offer yourself. Ready to start this new journey of abundance, again, for your own life and for your life with your divine masculine. Because you're feeling abundant, and you are understanding that as you manifest, that abundance and more prosperity and more stability and security, especially financial security, is coming to you. So dreams are being manifest, goals are being manifest, abundance is being manifested. There's a new journey for you with your divine counterpart and for yourself, for your individual journey, because even as you come together, even if you're in this relationship, like, it's first and foremost, like, for yourself too. So never forget that. But you're manifesting abundance. You're manifesting this new journey. But it might be coming in slowly, but you know that there's an offer being made, or that's being ready to be made, is what I'm hearing. Being ready to be made. That's the energy that I'm getting from this card. It's slow because it's being readied. They're readying themselves. The masculine is readying themselves. But divine feminines, what I'm getting from you is that you have an offer to make to the divine masculines as well. So it's whether or not you're going to be accepting of them, whether or not you're going to accept this offer. And what I'm being called to say is actually, I've been thinking about this for quite a while, the past few days actually, for the collective. There's a lot of resentment for the masculines, for how the masculine has treated the feminine. They may have withheld affection, withheld their love, withheld their emotions. They have actually betrayed them physically or otherwise. They may have hurt them. They may have, deceived them in some way, lied to them about, I don't even know, some external factors. However it's resonating with you, take it as it's resonating with you. So the divine feminine has been holding on to some resentment, but they have to get to a place of forgiveness. So what they're saying is, if the divine masculine comes forward with an apology, divine feminines, can you accept it? And if they don't come forward with an apology, can you accept it and find forgiveness in your heart anyway? I'm going to get personal here. The way I feel about because I was thinking about this as I was channeling that message for the divine, for the collective, the past few days. I was thinking about this in my own life. If he doesn't come forward with an apology, I don't need an apology. He doesn't have to apologize for anything, because I understand that he was in his own pain. I understand that he was going through his own struggles, his own awakening. I understand, and I only feel forgiveness. So the past is in the past. And divine feminines, can you offer that to your divine masculines? Can you offer putting the past in the past and just moving forward? Just forward motion together, offering this love to each other, forward motion, this new beginning, this new abundance, this new patience, this new forgiveness, this new foundation. Can you offer that to your masculine as they're offering their love to you? Because that's what they're coming forward to. If it's not an apology, if it's some kind of communication, they're offering love to you. So can you feel it in your heart, that love? Can you receive that love within your heart and understand that you have both been through hell? That you have both been through some sort of hell on this journey? Can you put the past in the past and come to a place of forgiveness for yourself and for your counterparts? Can you love them unconditionally and accept that love from them, accept that love for them, and just move forward together with this new foundation on this new journey? Now, if Spirit's saying, if they're coming back with bullshit, with more bullshit, you don't have to accept that. You do not have to accept that, at all. You can send them right on their way again, if you need to, if you want to. Honestly, do not accept anything less than you deserve, really. But if they're coming forward and you have seen the change in them, if you've seen their evolution, if they're coming forward feeling more stable and you're feeling the love from them and you feel it is sincere and they're coming forward with a sincere offer, can you offer that forgiveness? Can you offer that love? Can you offer that new beginning back to them in return? So a lot of messages there for the feminine. In the physical space, again, a page, a lot of, we got the page again. No, we didn't get, oh yeah, we did get the page. New beginnings, wanting this new beginning, feeling confident in this new beginning, feeling confident in your manifestations, in your power to manifest. It's the same energy from the divine masculine. You're both manifesting this and you're both feeling confident, both wanting to fight for this connection. And we have this temperance card, this union card. Two messages here. This is union. This is a card of union, coming into balance, coming into harmony. And, you see the card, the cups being, poured into each other, this tempering energy coming into balance, but being divinely guided by this angel. This is this new beginning. This is this new foundation. They're pointing me to the sun rising here. This is the masculine rising for this new beginning. So, manifesting this new beginning. You've both manifested new beginnings here, both wanting this new beginning, both wanting to fight for this connection. Another message is just have patience, because this is coming. This is coming. They're still feeling a little bit guarded, wanting to let down their guard, wanting to fight for the connection, but have patience, because it's being divinely guided, everything happening in divine timing. You are looking out on the precipice is what I'm getting from this Knight of Wands card. You're looking out on the precipice with confidence, with faith, because you have faith in your manifestation abilities. You have faith in the power of this love. You know that it's being divinely guided. So it's almost like you're just waiting. You're just waiting, and not waiting in a stagnant energy, still moving forward with your life, still moving on, still doing what you need to do for your own life. But you know that this is manifesting. You know that the cups are being filled, that your cups are overflowing, that you're going to be offering cups to each other, because the divine is working in the background to make this happen. They're working in the background to temper this energy, to balance this energy. And you're there. You're ready at the precipice, this start, this new beginning. This is almost like Fool energy is what they're showing me. It's almost like you're ready to take this leap of faith, but it's the it's the Page of Wands, just kind of standing there, just kind of like feeling self-assured and confident. And it's almost like, okay, as soon as the divine says go, you're ready to go. You're ready to go. As soon as the offer comes in, as soon as the love is there, as soon as you feel it in your heart that it's that the divine timing is at play, that the divine timing, that the time is now, you're like, okay, I'm gonna jump. It's like the jump from the page to the knight. You'll ride forward, but right now you're just kind of like in a waiting period. It's not even a holding pattern, is what they said. It's not even a holding pattern. It's not stagnant energy. You're just kind of like, okay, I'm feeling confident. It's coming. I'm right on the edge. And as soon as the divine says go, as soon as I get the sign from my divine masculine, I know that I've manifested this. We've manifested this together. It's go time. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, I'm being pulled to the romance angels next. So we're going to see how you guys feel about each other. How do you feel about each other in the current moment? Yeah, we're going to see how you feel about each other, and then I'm going to get the angel answers for this connection. What's going on with this connection, how you feel about this connection. But they want me to do, like, this is emotions. How you're feeling about each other. What's the emotions here? That's what they're giving me. So we'll go with what they're giving me. My throat is like, I can't talk anymore. This is great. I love this energy. It's beautiful energy. Forward motion, you guys. Forward motion. And if you've been watching my divine partnership readings for a while now, you'll see that this is all forward motion and how beautiful it is. I usually tap into the same segment of the collective. And so it's really following, it's like it's following a storyline. So it's really beautiful. And I'm resonating with this myself, with my own journey. So it's interesting that I'm called to speak about my experiences too, because I really truly believe that helps. That helps everybody on their journey. When you speak about your connection, when you speak about your experiences, it helps really ground that energy. Shows what's possible, shows where you are. But it's really telling a story about where we've been on this journey, where we are in this journey, and where we're headed. So that's really beautiful energy. I'm loving these divine partnership readings. Ooh. Okay, how's the divine masculine feeling about the divine feminine? How's the divine masculine feeling about the divine feminine? How's the divine masculine feeling about... Passion! Did I not say that this energy was intense and it felt like a lot of passion? Like, hello. And look at that. Look at that card. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Whew. Masculines are feeling the love for the feminines. Spirit is saying they just have to get out of this guarded energy. They just have to allow themselves to open up their heart, let the past be in the past, and move towards their feminine. But it's happening in divine timing. It's happening as they heal. It's happening according to their timeline, both of your timelines, because you orchestrated this together for your best and highest good. But it's as they come forward, they might be coming forward with a lot of passion. A lot of passion. How is the feminine feeling towards the masculine? How is the feminine feeling towards the masculine? I don't know if I want to... Yeah, I'm being called to take them. Reconciliation, wanting, and you see how passionate that is too? Holy smokes. Someone from your past is returning to your life. This could be if you're not in contact, or if you're in limited contact, or if you've been in separation or perceived separation. However this is, there's some kind of reconciliation. If there is some kind of like argument or fight or conflict within you guys, there's some kind of reconciliation. The divine feminine, you guys want this reconciliation, and you want the heart-to-heart conversations. You want them to open up to you. You want them to open up to their emotions. You want them to express their passion for you. You want them to come forward, not just to this higher level of commitment, but to express themselves, to fully be in their power and express themselves. No more secrets. No more secrets. You want them to fully express themselves. Let's get another card for how's the divine feminine, how's the divine masculine feeling for the divine masculine. Let's get another card. No, what did I say? How's the divine masculine feeling for the feminine? How's the divine masculine feeling for the divine feminine? Let's get one more card. How's the masculine feeling for the divine feminine? What do they want the feminine to know? Oop, oop, oop. Playfulness. And we got the flirt card before, I believe. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Yeah. What they want to recapture that flirtatious feeling. They want to recapture the passion. They want to recapture the love. And what they're saying is there's a new beginning here. There's a fresh start. So you can recapture this playfulness. You can recapture the love. You can recapture the flirtatiousness. Divine feminines, allow this. Be receptive to this is what they're saying. Be open to this. Because they're feeling this for you. They're feeling the passion. They're feeling the playfulness. If you're not seeing it on the physical, they're definitely feeling it for you. If you're not feeling it on the physical, it might be coming. It's that bottle, the message in the bottle, that might be coming. So be open to it when it does. And be playful with each other. That's how you recapture the love. That's how you recapture the romance. Honeymoon for the divine feminines. It just flew out. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is the new foundation. Moving, divinely guided, moving on calmer waters towards a stable structure. It's a sunrise. The sun is rising on this partnership again, on this relationship again, with a new solid structure, a new solid foundation. So this is a fresh start, a fresh beginning. You both want that fresh beginning. You both want that new start. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to get some angel answers, and then we're going to end with the Lover's Oracle cards. I'm looking into getting, I love the Mystic Moon decks, and I'm looking into getting the the messages from the Twin Flames. I forget what it's called, but it's like actual messages from the Twin Flames. It's a little bit expensive for me right now, but I'm looking into getting that because I really love that. If you guys have any other deck recommendations, I am open to hearing them. I put together a wish list. So if you guys, if you, there's no obligation whatsoever. I'm just putting it out there because, just in case you guys are, want to, I'm putting an Amazon wish list up in the links below in the description box for decks that I have an interest in purchasing. But if you have any other recommendations as well, feel free to let me know. But if you guys, there's no obligation, of course, whatsoever. But if there's any interested in, if you want to see any decks and you're feeling generous and you'd like to purchase one for me, God, that sounds horrible. Like, I hate saying that, but that's part of me trying to get into receptive mode, like trying to be more receiving. That's been a lifelong journey for me to be receiving of the things and asking for things that I want. So, again, no obligation, but the wish list is there. And if there's any decks that you can recommend for me that you'd like me to see, in upcoming videos and readings, let me know in the comment section below. Cool. I do have a plethora of decks that I use, especially for the pick-a-piles. So, I try to not really for this divine partnership reading. I tend to stick to similar decks because that's what I'm called to. But especially with my private readings and with the pick-a-piles, I try to alternate the decks as much as possible based on what they're giving me. But yeah, you can never have too many decks. Never have too many decks. Okay. How are they viewing this connection? How are they viewing this connection and moving forward with this connection? Let's do that. That's what I'm being called to. So, masculines for the feminines. How are you viewing masculines? How are you viewing this connection? How do you want this connection to move forward? How are you viewing this connection? How are you viewing this connection? How are you viewing this connection? Ooh. Okay. How are you viewing this? Oh my gosh. Cards are flying everywhere. Okay. I'm going to give this another shuffle and then I'll shuffle again because too many cards are flying out. How are you viewing this connection? Helpful people. what I'm getting here is the energy that I was getting here, the connecting to, and here with the High Priestess, but with the deep knowing, connecting to the divine, understanding this connection, and calling in your soul tribe, understanding the connection, letting everything that doesn't serve fall away, understanding this connection to the divine feminine, understanding the connection to the divine, to spirit guides, archangels, ascended masters, the divine masculine. You guys are really going within. To your intuition, really connecting to the higher dimensions, to the higher realms, and finding the help you need there. You might be meditating. You might just, you might be doing prayer. You might be just talking to your spirit guides, just trusting your intuition more, trusting the feelings that you're getting, trusting the emotions as being your guidepost, as being your navigational GPS system. But you're finding help there. You're finding help with this connection to move you forward on this connection. You are reaching out. You could also be reaching out to members of your physical soul tribe, like your friends and your family members who actually vibe with you. You might actually be reaching out to them for guidance or to support systems, like if there are workshops or classes or churches, spiritual groups, things like that, Facebook groups, things like that. You might be reaching out to them to help you with this connection because you want to move forward, and so you're finding guidance. You're finding guidance. They're saying everywhere. You're finding guidance everywhere, which is really beautiful. Feminines, how are you feeling about this connection? How to move forward? What are you thinking about this connection? How are you feeling? Feminines, for the masculines, how are you feeling about this connection? We have unlikely. Okay, I need a clarifier for that. How are you feeling about this connection and moving forward? Ask your angels. Okay, yeah, that's it. That was the energy I was picking up on. I want to get clarifier. So we have unlikely, but they're pointing me to the purple and the indigo in here, and what they're connecting me to is the brow and the crown chakra. And so what they're saying is actually let go of control of the situation. That's how you can move this connection forward. That's what they're saying for guidance for you, how you're feeling about this connection, that there might still be a wanting to control how this comes to pass, but you cannot know. You cannot know how you come into union. You cannot know how this comes to pass. You cannot know how they're going to reach out to you. You have to trust. You have to go into your intuition. So when we say the word unlikely, it's not like this is not going to happen. It's unlikely because you're not meant to know how it's going to happen. So ask your angels, rely on your guidance, rely on your intuition, keep letting that guide you forward, because this is happening. Like we have the card, we had one of the cards that said this is happening, and one of the in the ascended version of this, the higher level version of their overall energies. It said this is happening, but there was a lot of messages there about trusting divine guidance and divine feminines. You've been in this place too, especially the last year, the last few months, where it's almost like you're trying to guide this connection and you cannot. So keep trusting in the divine, keep trusting in your own intuition, keep letting your heart guide you, because you letting your heart guide you is going to help the masculine let their heart guide them, and you're going to come back together, because the divine, they're showing me the divine is actually in the background putting all the pieces together. Like they're arranging everything. So you just have to let go and surrender and allow this to unfold, allow this to happen, and that's how this connection is going to keep moving forward. What did I do with that? They're actually, I don't usually ever read the book, but they're actually calling me to the book. There might be another message here. Yeah, okay, exactly. The situation you have asked about is unlikely to occur as you are imagining it. There may be a different version of events that will take place, or it may be that what you've asked about is simply not in your highest, greatest good. Place your focus on an alternative possibility, open your eyes to different opportunities, be willing to experience a unique and more uplifting outcome than what you had planned for yourself. Okay, so it's exactly what I was channeling. What they're actually saying is, it's not going to happen the way you expect. So don't release that control. Release your expectations of it. Release your envision, manifest. Don't stop daydreaming about it, but understand, let go of the control of that. Know that the universe is coming together. Your angels, archangels, ascended masters, spirit guides, the divine itself is coming together to help this manifest, but it's going to be bigger and better than you ever imagined. Than you can ever imagine for yourself, because it usually is. And when you surrender and let go of control, then things are always bigger and better than what you could have imagined, because the spirit, the divine, they know what's for your highest good. Your soul, your very own soul knows what's for your own highest good. And they know that your soul and, the higher realms, they know what it is that you truly, truly want. And they're working to manifest that with you. But it's the ego mind that holds onto control, that has that limited viewpoint of, oh, this is how it's going to come to pass, because I can't imagine it coming to pass any other way. They're saying let go of that. Trust in your angels, trust in your ascended masters, trust in the divine, that things are going to unfold beautifully for you. Okay, let's get final messages. Where are we on time? Okay, we're okay. Let's get final messages from your divine counterparts, higher self for you, feminines, for you, for your divine counterparts, higher self, masculine for the feminine, feminine for the masculine, and then we'll get some guidance from spirit for union energies. Okay, 12:12. Just check the time, it's 12:12. Cool. I love syncs like that. Masculine for the... You know what, I'm not going to, I'll shuffle like this. Masculine, what do you have to say to your feminine? Ooh. I want to get a couple shuffles in first, please. Okay. I know you're eager to talk. Okay. It's actually a good sign that they're eager to talk. That's a really good sign. They're letting go of that resistance. They're letting go of that safeguarding of their hearts. Okay. Masculine, what do you have to say to their feminine? What final message do you have to say for your feminine? What do you want them to know? What final message do you have to say for your feminine? Okay, got 2. Okay, we're going to start with this one. It says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. They're reminding you too, divine feminines, to let go of that control of how it's going to come to pass, that keep trusting in the divine. Their higher self is saying, keep trusting in me, keep trusting the divine, keep letting go, because I'm coming towards you, and it's going to be in a way that you can't expect, and it's going to bring so much more than you can have ever anticipated. I'm coming, is what I'm hearing. I'm coming. Then we have, I was trying to see if there was any more messages coming from them, but I wasn't getting anything else. Then we have, you see that? We have, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. My love for you is overflowing. The cup overflows for you. Look deep within your heart and feel me there, they're saying. And if you can't see it on the physical yet, if you're not experiencing it on the physical yet, receive my love within. Feel my love within. Because that's where I always am. That's beautiful. Okay. Divine Feminine, what do you want to say to your Divine Masculine? Divine Feminine, what do you want to say to your Divine Masculine? Divine Feminine. Ooh. Time. You are trying too hard, give it time. The feeling that I'm getting from here, the Divine Feminine saying to the Divine Masculine is, it's hurry up but slow down is what they're giving me. Hurry up but slow down, because they pointed me to this time to go card, but they also said, I'm having patience for you, but hurry up. Hurry up but slow down. Hurry up but take your time. Hurry up, I know that you're healing, but keep going, keep moving towards me. Hurry up but slow down. Hurry up but take your time. Hurry up, but I'm having patience for you. But come on, let's get this ball on the road. Let's get this show on the road is what they're saying. That's funny. You guys are funny. All right, let's get another message from the feminines for the masculines, and then we'll get spirit guidance. Feminines for the What do you want to say? Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Divine feminines to the masculines are saying, trust me, trust this love, trust what you're feeling inside of your heart. Let your heart be the guide. Don't hold on to the past. Don't hold on to the illusions of what you're holding in your head, the visions that you're holding in your head too. You guys are mirroring each other here, holding on to the ego mind, holding on to what's in your head. You have to let that go and trust what's in your heart, because that's how this relationship is going to transform. You have to let the heart guide. And Divine Feminine is saying, I've opened my heart to you. My heart is yours. I am yours. Trust in this. As you come forward, trust in this. Beautiful, beautiful. Final messages from Spirit for this union. Final messages from Spirit for this union. Final messages from Spirit for this union, please. Spirit, what do you want to say about this union? What do you want to say about this union? Final messages from Spirit about this union. Sexual. Did I not say there was passion energy here? And you got the passion card. Holy cow, sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. This is the merging. We're going to end with this. They're telling me to put the cards down. Again, listen to the first overall energies, the higher level stuff. And I'm saying higher level just to differentiate between like the relationship stuff. We're talking really about the ascension part of the journey, the ascension energies. It's the merging. It's the merging of the energies. It's the merging of the feminine energies, the masculine energies, and the divine coming into wholeness, coming into one, this unity consciousness. And as you merge within, with your energies within, because the masculine energy, they had said, the masculine energy that you hold within is actually your masculine's energy. It's not just individual, like I had never channeled that before. It's not like just your individual masculine and feminine energy. That masculine energy that you're feeling inside of yourself, that is the masculine's energy. Your divine counterpart's energy, and that is the wholeness. That's where separation does not exist. So feel that within yourself, and as you come into balance and wholeness with that within, with both of you within, that's the merging of the 5D, the union of the 5D. That is what is going to create this union in the physical, and that's when you can have the fun. That's when you can have the fun. But it's all about the union within. It's all about the energies, the merging of the energies within. That eternal love, that eternal bond, that you are one soul, that you are one energy. And that is what they mean by the one soul, one energy. I never understood that before, and I'm so, so grateful for this reading, Spirit. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, we're going to end here. We'll be back with another Divine Partnership reading next week. Monday, Tuesday, whenever we're feeling the energies of the new moon, just to see how things have shifted. And in the meantime, I'll probably pull some cards and do some quick hits, some quick videos like I've been doing recently. So make sure you like and subscribe. If this resonates with you, drop me a note in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sending you so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon.